I showered today. Ooh, imagine that.
Hi, Bridget.
I showered, but this is what I look like. So video's off.
Hello, Weston.
We're on Zoom. Brecklin, quiet.
We are recording. All right. Don't forget to mute if you're not talking. If you're talking, unmute. Feel free to interrupt at any time. I'm going to close my chat because I'm going to get really distracted. So if anyone sees something that I should pay attention to, just unmute and let me know. Should I start? You think? Yeah? Good? Everyone's got lives to get to? All right. I'm Bridget. Oh, I'm going to share my screen real quick. Hopefully I can do that. Ooh, I cannot. Lakin, do you know if I can get privileges? Anybody know? Anyone want to do a dance so it's recorded?
I just messaged and asked if there was some way to make that happen. So we shall see.
Am I frozen? No? Okay.
You were, but you're not anymore.
Okay. I have really bad internet, even though I have super speed. Still free. Okay, I can share now. Okay, let's see how this works. I am Bridget, and I'm really excited to be here. I'm excited to share about this, and I'm excited to teach you maybe something, maybe not. So I don't know if you guys have ever listened to or read the book 5-Second Rule by Mel Robbins. It's not a book about eating food off the floor really quickly. It's about having an instinct to do something and doing it before 5 seconds is up and your mind decides to tell you not to. So part of that book also shares that you want to tell your brain, so anxiety and the feeling of being excited are the same thing in your body. It releases the same chemicals or something. So telling yourself you're excited when you're actually really anxious can kind of help your mind and your body react differently. So I'm excited. All right, I'm going to talk a little bit about personal development today. My name is Bridget. I started with Zaya back in January. I guess rewind a little bit about me. I have 2 kids and a husband, and I just moved from Chicago to South Dakota. I didn't know a single soul out here when we were planning on moving. And so I had been doing personal development maybe for 2 years, a year and a half before this. And everything I've read is just get out of your comfort zone and figure things out. So when my husband said, should I apply for this job? I was like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, we're going to move to South Dakota. Yeah, right. He got the job. And so I started freaking out and I started Googling, Facebooking, Instagramming, everything that had to do with Spearfish, South Dakota. And as I'm scrolling through Instagram, popped up this picture of this cute girl with a Beachbody stepper and her cute kids. And I'm like, okay, Beachbody, those people are usually pretty nice. They care about people. She seems like a safe human. That was Cassidy. So I messaged Cassidy, a complete stranger on the internet, to ask her what in the heck Spearfish, South Dakota was like. And so that was May of 2019. I didn't meet her for like a year later when we finally moved and all our kids were healthy at the same time. So that's a little bit of what personal development has done for me. It has taught me to get out of my comfort zone. And so back up a little before that, we had neighbors. I was the kind of person, I didn't talk to people. I didn't go on social media. I would not have been doing a call like this 2 years ago. My husband would say, go talk to the neighbor. She's got kids. Like you'd probably have a lot in common with her. And I would spend 15, 30 minutes in my room, like talking, okay, what am I going to say to her? What am I going to do? What if there's silence? I don't know. This could go horribly. Like I was always in my head, always anxious, always overthinking everything. And I started health and fitness coaching a little bit after my daughter was born. And the first thing they said to me was, pick up a personal development book and read it. And that little advice has changed my life and who I am and how I react to other people and situations and all that fun stuff. So that is a little bit about why I'm talking to you about this topic and who I am. And let's go. So personal development, the process of improving yourself through positive habits and activities. So this is just my tips and tricks on things that I have done in the past that have helped me. So feel free to implement some or none, whatever helps you is great. So personal development, a lot of people think, oh, it's just self-help. I don't need self-help. Well, unless you're a perfect human, everyone can use a little bit of help, whether it be your relationships or your physical health or mental, career, all of the things. So don't just think it's like if you have issues, can help your life everywhere. So step one, make a life accomplishment, dream, bucket list, you name it. Just make a list of everything you want to accomplish throughout all of those different categories. And when I say everything, I mean everything. Like on the top of my list is become a more organized human. My husband, I like have role reversal with my husband. I am the messy, unorganized, non-cleaner, and so my piles drive him nuts and I'm working on it. So doesn't just have to be business related. Personal development can help everything. All right, number 2, prioritize this list. So figure out what's most important to you. Put it somewhere. Sorry, I'm getting notes. Put it somewhere that you can see every day and you want to list it in order of importance. Really think about maybe even talk to your friends or family or people that are close to you. If you need to throw ideas at each other and just kind of figure out what's most important to you. All right, step 3. This one is not something that's going to happen overnight. If you don't have a why, maybe you're stressed out, you're overwhelmed, or you feel unfulfilled, you might not have a clear why. Or maybe you're living someone else's why. I know growing up, I was taught to go to school, get good grades, go to college, graduate, get a good job, save everything you can, and then once you retire, then you can start living your life. And I've kind of realized that I don't want to work to live. I don't want to live to work. I want to work so I can live my life. So that's a little bit about why you want to have a why. It can help provide stability and direction when you have chaos going on and maybe you want to quit or you're not really in it. Having a strong why will always bring you back to what's most important to you. I'm not going to read all these. These are just some questions you can ask yourself to help you figure out your why. You can also Google anything. So if you Google how to figure out your why or your purpose, there's tons of different exercises and questions that can help you figure that out. Anything in the chat? Thanks, ladies. All right, I'm gonna keep going. All right, step 4, make action steps. So you want to write down every task you can think of that'll help you accomplish or reach these goals. Sometimes it helps to start at your big goal and work backwards. For instance, it also helps. So I think it's in my next slide, but Atomic Habits was a really good book that I just finished reading that has helped me kind of even figure out this presentation. Because you want to set a task and actually give it a time and a place. So if you want to start working out, you want to plan the night before. Unless you have a question. Can you ladies still hear me?
You cut out for a second, but you're back.
It's cutting out again, Bridget.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
All right. I'm just gonna keep talking, but yeah, just keep stopping me. I don't know where I cut out, but so basically you can read this. I don't need to read it to you, but setting each little step and when you're gonna do it and where you're gonna do it helps you actually keep up with the habit versus saying, I'm gonna work out sometime tomorrow. Or I want to clean my house. I want to have a clean house. Well, do you have a date you're going to clean your house? Are you going to start in a certain location in your house? Like just goes on with that. Or I want to earn $1,000 this month. Okay, that's great. Do you have a step-by-step plan to get there? So that's just a little bit about that. Oh yeah, here it is. I already talked about it. So if you want to change your life, you have to change the system in which you're using to get there. So yeah, that's about the same thing. Atomic Habits by James Clear. Another thing I do that's kind of PD related is daily affirmations. I take kind of my insecurities and I looked up on Google different affirmations I could do that could help me with that. So I have a problem with not feeling like enough for people. Like I feel like I'm not a good enough friend or a good enough wife. And so having different affirmations for things that you're struggling with can help you. I wake up and I read these every day. Sometimes I'm not good and I don't read them, but the goal is to read them every day because it helps your mind start out on a positive note. And if you're telling your mind positive things every day,
You cut out again.
whoop, how about now?
Now it works.
Gosh. Oh, where did I go? All right, so these are just some daily affirmations. You don't have to have the same ones as me. Like I said, you can look up so many on the internet and find ones that are going to help you. Am I still here? Can you still hear me? I can. All right, thank you. All right, so another thing that I have been told in the past that is a great practice is to write down the vision of your best life. If money wasn't an object, like what would you be doing day to day? Like what would you want to do? So I will share mine. I have it written in my notes. I have my affirmations in my notes too, so I can click on them when I wake up. And I read my vision mostly every day if I remember. If money and resources weren't an object, I'd be spending my time with my husband and kids, traveling to see close friends and family that bring me joy. I'd spend more quality time with my family and less time on the day-to-day chores, showing my kids the world. I would do personal development every day, try to eat healthy, veggies at every meal, work out my mind or body 7 days a week, try new things, say yes to new experiences and things that pull me out of my comfort zone, like speaking on this call. I want to travel to New Zealand and see the glowworm caves, go whale watching, explore Milford Sound. I want to travel to Ireland and see the cliffs of Moher. I want to go back to Switzerland and learn a new language. I want to be with nature and see and experience new things I've never seen before. I want to hire a house cleaner, someone that can clean my house once a week. I want to hire someone to help me meal prep and plan for each week. I want to live somewhere warm where I can be outside every day. I want to play with my kids and adventure with them. I want to start out every morning with a positive mindset, exercise, and be intentional with my time. I want my kids to know what hard work is, but also know that life is meant to be lived. I want to be a positive light for others. So just reading that, am I going to have all of those things because I'm doing this? No, but having a vision of your dreams and reading that every day, like little steps you take in your life can get you there or get you parts of your dream. So I highly recommend doing
No audio again.
do you know? Is anybody listening? What did I say last? I don't know. Oh no. Can you hear me? Okay, I just said unstable again. All right, so that is the vision. Here's just some random notes. Personal development, like every morning I do at least 10 minutes on Audible or read, but I take notes on it. And the days that I do personal development are the days I have the most impactful posts because I share my takeaways and how it's impacted my life. So if you don't do personal development for anything else, do it because it helps you be consistent on your sharing on social media. Like I said, if there's something you want to get better at, read about it. Do some kind of personal development. You want to be more outgoing, more confident. So like I've told you who I was before, doing personal development, I went to Mini Summit in March. I didn't know anybody except for Cassidy. Did I even meet you? I had never even met Cassidy. Maybe one time she dropped off a bag of Zaya for me. And I just said, yes, like that sounds like a great idea. Go to Summit, don't know anybody. I've never had a party. I didn't know anything about Zaya, but I booked my tickets and I said, I'm doing this. Because personal development has been in my life. And guess what? Going to Mini Summit was like the coolest thing ever. So do some personal development so you can come to Summit or these trips that we're planning and come meet us. All right, oops, I skipped it. What else? Another good practice is to reflect at the end of each day, learning how you can improve upon your day and just really thinking about maybe what you didn't do so well or even what you did well. It's good to celebrate those small wins. Like I didn't scream at my kids like more than 7 times. That's a win. Creating strong practice regimen. Like I said, habits. Getting those habits is really, really important. Otherwise, like you can clean your house every weekend, but it's just going to get messy again if you don't have the habits to keep it clean. And consistency. Doing it every night or every morning or every day. It's going to happen slowly over time. It's not going to happen overnight. Here are some books. I think this was obviously recorded, so you guys can catch it later. These are just the ones that I have read so far. There's probably a couple more. I know there's some on Ziafire. There's a whole unit on personal development. I think I've shared my list of, I think I have a list of like what you're struggling with and different books that could help it. So these are just mine. I'm not going to take a lot of time. And most importantly, just be you. Personal development has helped me be me. I wouldn't be on
We lost you again, Bridge.
Man, I need to get my money back for my internet. Can you hear me now? Or am I making jokes by myself? So I know Erica at the last minute, I saw her email said I'm also going to talk about how to have fun in your business. And I'm like, I am? Okay. My only advice for that is to, I guess, do personal development and learn how to be more comfortable with yourself and how to be you, and just try not to care what people think. I have always kind of been weird, and I hid it for a long time, and I was trying to be all fancy and polite, and that's just not me. So once I started sharing more who I was, you attract your people. I don't have to think about people in your life. Do you like every single person you've ever met? Probably not. So don't feel like you have to have every person in your life like you. So the more you are yourself, the more you attract the people that are like you, the easier it is to be yourself because they're like you. So I don't know. I think that's all I have to say. I don't even know what time it is. Did I go really long? Talked way longer than I thought I would. I was like, I think it's going to be 6 minutes, Erica. Any questions?
What is your all-time favorite personal development book you have read?
So the first book I ever read that kind of made me feel comfortable being me was by Rachel Hollis, Girl Wash Your Face. That was the first book I ever read. Well, not the first book, first personal development book. I do read sometimes. So that one made me feel okay, with the strugglehoods of being a mom, and I'm not one, I struggle being home with my kids all the time now. So it's, yeah, that was one of my good ones. And then 5-second rule, I want to say this, I started listening to it and I stopped 10 minutes in. I'm like, nah, I don't like this one. And now I've read it 6 times because I get takeaways from it that are different every time. So if you're reading something and it's not speaking to you, just stop and move on to something else and come back to it later. But yeah, I think that those two, along with there's a whole bunch of other ones. But yeah, I definitely like taking notes about my PD because I can go back and I don't have to read the whole book again. I can look at my takeaways. Sometimes I go back and read and I get new ones, but I'm just going to read through the chat real quick. Any questions? No? 0? I answered everyone's questions without them asking. I don't want to end this yet because then I can't read the chat. So I'm still reading.
Well, everyone unmute yourselves and tell Bridget thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bridget.
Thank you for taking time away from your lives to be with me.
Say thank you. Sorry, my daughter wanted to say hi. Hi. She got her first Zaya yesterday too.
So fun.
Thank you. You are amazing, Bridget. You, when I met you in Rapid, you are just a ball of fire, and it was so nice to meet you. That was the first time meeting you, or even seeing you or hearing about you. So I really do enjoy your posts and seeing your videos because you are just fun and a lot of courage. Because I don't know if I could do that, but so thanks for sharing all that fun info.
And that is another reason I don't know if you saw in my slides, my little team name is Authentically You. That's kind of my why, is I felt for most of my life I couldn't be me. And I want to teach other people that it's okay to be you, even if it's not the norm. So thank you for sharing that, because that's a big part of why I do what I do, is to help others.
Yes, Bridget, I think that like if you guys are not friends with Bridget on Facebook, you need to be, because watching her stories will inspire you so much. Like if you're having a bad day, just go watch Bridget's stories and you're like, oh my gosh, I love her. So she has so much energy and just like positivity just radiating out of her. And so she's definitely one of those people that lifts you up. And I mean, I got to know Bridge at Summit, a mini summit, and it was so fun. And then again, I'm sad that I didn't get to spend that much time with you in Colorado, because I was really looking forward to hanging out with you. But you just keep being you, girl. And don't ever let anybody like damper your flame, because your light is very bright.
Thank you. Dixie did get me to dance on a table. It was safe, don't worry. And I was sober. Thank you, ladies. I know I can't miss the fart circle next time. Love you, girls. And guys, if there's any guys on here, I love you too. Bye.